We're back here at the scene of the crime. This is the exact spot I met you after last year's debacle with Shorty.
Probably the same day.
Well, in order to fully appreciate this episode, we have to dive down into Isaac's history as a bow hunter. Last season, he had a great encounter with a buck that we call Shorty. But the shot was high, and after an extensive search, we came up empty-handed. Which makes it 11 years since Isaac's last archery buck. Ironically, Isaac is the best archer of anyone here on the SBO team. He's been winning tournaments since he was in high school. And every fall he has no problem putting perfect shots on does.
We don't like to drag deer around here, so
I got her.
Isaac's got her. Don't worry, I'll get your brew, Raha.
Isaac always ends up with the best hunting footage during the season as well. Year in and year out, Isaac produces some of our best content, and he always puts an emphasis on making sure he captures the entire story. His attention to detail is unmatched by anyone else on our team. His curse began during the 2015 hunting season with his infamous November 4th encounter with Hook. What appeared like a perfect shot on video was actually non-lethal. And Hook was infamously hit by a car 2 seasons later. The curse snuck up again in January of 2019. On a buck that we call Freddy Krueger. As he was drawing his bow back, some snow on the top of the blind slipped off, alerting the deer to his presence. Freddy was still alive as of last season, and he had turned into a giant non-typical. Fast forward exactly 1 year, and a late season encounter with a buck that we called Gimp went comically awry as his arrow sailed over the deer's back. Entering into this season, Isaac updated his decades-old Ross Cardiac for a Matthews, and spent the first month of the season out of state hunting in Nebraska and Idaho.
Alright guys, I'm out here in the wind, so I'm going to keep this brief. I'm hunting right on the edge of a bean field that's still standing. Probably the last chance we get to hunt this. The farmer's coming in later this week to harvest it, but it's hot. It's windy. Wind's blowing into the woods. Not ideal. But we have this buck pattern. It's a mature 7-point. He spent all summer at Luke's property. Now he moved here. We got pictures of him last light 2 nights ago. So I'm hoping he does the same thing. He comes right along this bean field. The wind should be good. The rut is starting to heat up a little bit. Bucks are starting to make scrapes, make rubs. Just scrape line right along this field. So I'm hoping for some luck tonight, but it's hot. I only have a few more sits till I head to Montana, so I'm not going to be too picky. It's 4, it's dying.
Wow, what an awesome hunt that was. I wasn't able to do a post-hunt interview out, or any interview out in the field because there was just deer everywhere. Had that younger 10-point we've been keeping an eye on. We've pretty much had them all summer, and then a younger 8-point as well out there, kind of sparring. That 10-point broke off, so that'll be real easy to identify him. We were a little bit worried that one of us would accidentally shoot him because he's so young, but now he's going to be super easy to identify. Got quite a bit of video of him. No shooters in the field, unfortunately, but it was a good night. Probably saw 15 deer, a bunch of them in range. It's pretty cool. So,
all right, I'm still checking the farm, home farm right now. In this ridge where I found, so the opposite side of Possum Run, where I found that big rub, there's an old logging road through here, and it's just tore up, rubs and scrapes everywhere. So I'm gonna back out as quickly as I can here, and we just gotta leave this alone, let the cameras do the work. But it looks really good.
October 19th. Caught near the same stand I shot my doe out of the other day. As you can hear, there's a whole bunch of blackbirds, and it's real windy today. Still in the 70s. But it's supposed to really start dropping down before dark. Kind of in this transition area on this logging road, hoping to catch them before they go in the beans. Had a really productive hunt last night. I was about 200 yards away from here on the beans. I just didn't see any shooters, so hopefully they're hanging out up here, maybe a little east of here. Before it gets dark, we can get a shot at one. Time's ticking. I only have a few days to hunt before I'm leaving for Montana, so I'm hoping something happens tonight. It's still early, still warm, but it's gonna be dropping down. I'm at it solo tonight. Nobody else is out hunting, so hopefully something happens. Stay tuned.
I'm gonna set the stage here. It's October 19th. That's about 7:30. I just got done helping recover a roadkill buck. He's over in the general right now that we watched all summer. And there's a big long backstory about that. He was actually with the deer I killed last year, Massey. Called him the driveway buck. I got hit by a car yesterday. Good 3.5-year-old that we were really excited about. I just went and recovered him with our neighbor Bob. But it's October 19th, about 7:30. Isaac texted us all a little bit ago that he shot a buck. Shoulder hit. Thinks he got good penetration, but definitely shoulder. Anyone who's watched our videos for the last 10 years knows that Isaac is the best shot we have here on the crew. But when it comes to shooting bucks with his bow, for whatever reason, there's just been a thing where he has had really bad luck and some things have happened. We haven't recovered some deer. It goes back years. We got lots of prior footage we could show, but Isaac shot a buck tonight, and we are all hoping that he killed this thing. He doesn't feel so good about it, but the hunter never does, and that doesn't mean that the deer isn't dead. No one's seen the footage yet. Got the laptop here. He's on his way back. He might be walking up right now, actually. But we're going to review the footage, get the fellows over here, formulate a game plan. Hopefully tonight, Isaac's curse ends, and he has a buck hanging up here in the butcher shop, and it's a fairy tale ending, and he can run off to Montana next week and hunt mule deer and elk and whitetails in Montana, Nebraska till his heart's content. Dude.
But it cracks so loud. I couldn't tell his legs back.
We need to slow that down. We need to slow that down. It appears with the angle of the arrow. That's a severe angle that you'll be fine.
Yeah, because his legs back.
All right, let's slow that down. Well, we're closed in on 2 hours since the shot. At this point, we've watched the video enough, and we're just waiting on the guys to get here to help out. Because if he's dead, he's dead. And if he's not dead, if that arrow did not penetrate and hit a lung, then he's not dead, and we're not going to find anything. So the time doesn't matter. This isn't guts. This isn't liver. This isn't a possible clip of a lung. If that arrow went through where it hit, that deer smoked and dead 90 yards. And Isaac's curse is over. Yeah. The deer will be on the wall. He'll be off to Montana, hunting elk and mule deer. And if not, he'll be off to Montana, hunting elk and mule deer.
Yep, with a rifle.
With a rifle. What's your chances? Dead or not? What are you at? We do this every time. What are you at?
Dead.
Like, what are your chances, though?
Like 50-50.
Well, that's not good.
I'm higher than Traveler on this one. I'm
higher than Traveler?
Higher than Traveler.
I'm not higher than Traveler.
Well, I know you're not.
I'm higher than Traveler.
I'm 100%
I still
dead.
think he's dead.
I'm 100% dead. You think he's dead?
Traveler, you could tell when Traveler turned, you could see the arrow perfectly in the crease. This one, you can't see the arrow.
But I like how it's not high. So your shot's not high. You're worried about your penetration, but we've had how many times with these knocks, with these light knocks? How many times have we seen the arrow bounce out?
Every time.
Every time.
Unless we get a pass through.
And we don't get a lot of passes.
Unless you get it off that shoulder and you just.
I never get a quartering away shot. Mine are always quartering too.
What do you think, he's dead or not?
Yeah.
I got you all right. I like the pink question right now.
That's the way I look at it. What else in the woods to think?
That's your stand, Isaac.
I was there.
You've always loved hanging out in this stand.
We're missing a probably 9 inches, 10 inches shaft.
Blood and hair on there.
Spire.
And a spider.
Wow, we were way to the right.
Well, I watched the video, and he definitely, it looked like he went this way, but I was just letting you guys go, so that way nobody was over here tromping over shit.
Exactly.
They're sitting right here.
The knock turned off.
Blood right here.
Found blood?
Yep.
Very little bit.
It's gonna be little.
It's gonna be little.
It's gonna be little at first.
But it was right here.
He gets it out of his mouth.
Going this way. At least 8 inches. There's at least 8 inches in that deer.
You grab another arrow?
Yeah. Maybe more. Maybe 10. A good amount is in him.
Yeah, probably 8, 9.
Plus the 2-inch broadhead. 1.5 broadhead.
No, he got penetration. We just gotta find where he starts bleeding. Where that hits at, lungs are behind that. You know, so
I like it. I like the color. I like the color a lot.
oh,
Right there.
The color is so perfect. And there's a carpet
Isaac.
The color, look at that. Right, you've seen that. You've seen that
We
before.
got blood over here. Run.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's spraying on the tree.
There's bubbles.
Good job, Al. Good job, Al.
I got the big spotlight.
There's bubbles.
Good job, Al.
Here's one of the scrapes he made.
There's bubbles in all of it.
Oh, yeah. Look at that sign. I'm about to throw a trail camera up on that. Oh, he's spraying carpet. Right here, right here, right here, right here. Spraying carpet.
Oh, yeah.
He's done. Right here, spraying.
Oh.
He's spraying.
Oh yeah.
Spraying. Don't even have to bend over. That blood's red.
Look up on that log up there.
Down.
There's no reason to slow down. He's destroying that rub. Look at that.
Isaac.
Oh yeah.
Smoke City.
Yep. Pump out.
Smoke City. Good job, Al.
Yeah. I told you went that way. He's right here. You went right past him.
I think he's to your left. Pump house. There you go, Sack.
Nice.
He's done.
Yes.
And he is the big browed
He
7.
was rubbing like crazy.
Oh, yes. He walked right. Well, he spun around. He didn't even go 90. He went 60.
Yeah, he just,
You could shoot to this edge.
not even that.
Oh, man.
Nice. God, look at the rub.
There you go, Sack. And he's bigger than you thought he was.
Oh, good sized deer.
How does that feel?
Finally.
It's only 5 deer in the making. Don't worry, I'll show all that. Someone call Spaniel.
He walked right past him.
We walked right past him.
It sounded like
Well, his blood trail went down like spraying.
I looked this way. I'm like,
You were
He's right there.
You were cheating though. You were doing the big light thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
well,
He-
everyone could use the light. You gotta see where the shot is.
Here's the shot.
yeah, but look at is there?
He had-
So there
he
is
had to
no
go
exit,
through.
but it dropped down in him. Look at that
Yeah.
body.
It went down and lunged him.
Good job, Sack. Finally
Smokehouse.
smoked him. When Alex found that the first speck of blood, Alex found it was done.
Yeah.
We all knew it was done right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right then and there. Done.
The brow time's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's a 4-year-old.
We'll have to compare him to that body up at the house. That'll be the teller.
That's way bigger.
Yeah, that thing is way bigger.
Oh, he was dead instantly.
Just didn't get the penetration.
You got the, I think you got the top of his lung though, it looks like.
But it had to just be squirting out of there.
Yeah, it was. We just walked the trail.
So he circled back, came this like he was heading that direction.
Hell
He
yeah,
circled
Sack.
around.
Woo!
Nice job. About time.
Listen,
He's 120.
you killed a mature buck before you went out west again. That's all that matters.
You needed this.
You needed it bad. You needed it really,
So nervous
really
about that
bad.
shot. He didn't go 60.
I was 100%.
Yeah. No,
Nick was 90. I was 100. Bob was 100. Tyler said you didn't kill him.
No, I never said I did. I said 50-50.
100. I just said, yep, he's got him.
Shit, he was freaking rubbing on everything.
Yep.
Definitely one.
The only reason,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and to tell you the truth, the only reason I knew you killed him is because of your bow.
Yeah.
Your bow setup.
Right.
500 grain arrow at 293 feet per second. Nothing can stop that,
Except for
including
the
him.
shoulder.
Except the bear.
It'd even go into a bear enough. Job, Sack.
Man, Zach, I'm
And we walked right by him, and we'll never forget that. We're running through the woods.
Me and Alex like, well, what do they do?
Yeah.
It's right here.
you guys were hot on the trail of nothing.
Listen, this was a moment, all
No
right?
wonder you guys
Blood
don't.
on the other side of the creek.
Well, kind of right there.
No, there's a huge swath of blood right here, Tyler. Huge path of blood.
Yeah, he fell down there.
Yeah,
And then spun up that way.
Get up one more time.
Look at this.
Yeah, I mean, he smoked. Yeah, see, he smoked this tree. Look, he made a rub right there.
Yeah. That puddle right there.
Yeah, I mean, he just...
So we were still following it. He just he was just behind us.
He's hiding from me. Probably crawled along the wall there.
Yeah, he came down here and did the death dance.
Yep.
Watermelon crawl.
That's alligator roll.
There's a body on it.
This is a perfect.
Looks so small in the video.
This is a perfect spot to take your pictures too.
Oh yeah, look at that nice scenic background.
Yeah.
Logs.
Yeah. That's awesome, Seth. I'm glad you got the monkey off your back.
The monkey is off the back.
The curse has been lifted.
Done.
Well, now that there's a designated cameraman in the group,
Yeah, right. What are you doing this weekend?
Zach, we got 150 inches of reason why you're gonna have to come in the woods this weekend. You really should have brought some water and some rags to clean his mouth up.
Got a whole backpack full of beer.
I'm not gonna waste one of my beers, but I'll waste one of yours.
Yeah.
You should have put him on his head and took a picture.
Man, Zach, that's not a fucking bad deer at all, man.
This is like what Sack fucking needed in his life.
Yeah, I was.
Sack, good job, buddy.
Yeah, Zach.
Good job.
Thank God.
You did exactly what you wanted to do with the deer you wanted to.
You had the feeling.
He's a horse. Yeah, I told you to go to my stand. I told you to go to Possum Run.
No, I walked over there, almost all the way to it, and I was like, I'm gonna walk over here.
See,
I
that's the
walked almost all
story.
the way to Possum
That's the
Run.
story.
Yeah, that's what did it.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to see anything over here. I know all the deer are coming up out of here to go into the beans.
You killed a doe from there 2 days ago, and you missed the gimp 2 years ago.
And I knew this buck was probably hanging out here last night when I was on that field watching.
Probably, yeah, probably. And I'll show that video too. You watched a ton of deer from the field the
Now
other
we
day.
got the mature buck out of here, so that another one's gonna have to move in. He was probably keeping bucks out of here.
Not no more. Look at that body. Do we have we don't have a scale anymore, do we?
No.
I bet you he weighs just as much as Massey. He's just got that length to him.
Massey was
We'll
kinda
lay him
shorter
next.
and
So we have the
fatter.
driveway buck in the literally laying in our driveway is the driveway buck who got hit by a car last night at Bob's house.
Yeah.
And we will just lay him next side by side, and we'll be able to tell age right then and there.
And he was rubbing like crazy.
Yeah, you got bark all over that stuff.
And you got 2 angles on the
When I-
kill
when I
shot.
had
You
him-
did a phenomenal job.
I had him
Phenomenal
tonight.
job.
He was making that scrape, and I could see trees going like this.
You
I'm
did.
sure we could find the tree he was rubbing on.
You did a phenomenal job.
Still carrying this guy.
He only probably weighs 220.
That's an antler neck, easy.
You got a winch on? Bring your truck back.
He does have a winch.
I could bring it down all the time.
More than 2 years, just over 2.
So that right there is the driveway buck that we've had at least for 2 years, and he had to be at least 2 last year, so he's 3. I'm saying he's 3.
I don't think you wrote
This right here is a
50,000.
3-year-old deer. The buck Isaac shot, jeez. Like, I don't even know. But he outweighs him by at least 50 pounds, maybe more, maybe 100. I mean, that's not even a comparison.
Try
Look at the
tugging
length
on
of the
him.
nose on him.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. Like, you would see this deer and you'd look at his rack and you think, oh, maybe he's only, and then like, oh
This
my
one
gosh.
Smells really sexy though.
Like, the difference in body size is ridiculous. And that's just a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
But this,
Gonna be a hammer.
Set got it done. Yeah, that was going to be a hammer of a deer. But this deer here, I mean, how much more do you think he weighs? That's ridiculous.
I'm gonna guess
never felt
70.
Like, that is
80 pounds.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest body deer we've ever had in here, including Massey last year. This thing is huge.
He's a donkey.
Well, I guess you can run off to the west for the next 3 weeks until we go try to kill 100-inch deer in West Virginia.
100.
I mean, I guess your West Virginia deer last year was probably close to 100, right?
My 7 point I got last year, he was a monster too.
Groundhog hunt. I can't tell you who it was.
We talked about it before.
Yeah, we got pictures of him.
It went through.
Oh, groundhog hunting?
Yeah.
Complete pass through. It didn't go through the skin, but it went through the cavity. It went through.
That's the opposite side.
Yeah, that's the opposite shoulder.
So the broadhead might be up in there.
It's be
Find
careful.
out in a minute.
Somewhere.
It's in there somewhere.
To say that this was a great moment would be an understatement. And nights like these are truly what we live for here at Siman Brothers Outdoors. Patterning these mature Ohio whitetails is just simply what we love to do. And there's nothing better than when a plan comes together and a curse is lifted.